Hi guys, this is my introduction presentation about myself. My name is Sarah Ost and I am finishing up my 5th year of teaching. I've only been at one school, and that is Allison Traditional Magnet Middle School in Wichita, Kansas, where I currently teach a class of regular 6th grade English Language Arts. I also have a CWC class as well. A little bit about myself, just some hobbies that I have include reading. My favorite book over here you'll see is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I love running. Not most people do, but it's something that helps me clear my mind a little bit. It also gives me a chance to get out and get some fresh air. And then just any kind of exercise. I like to stay fit and healthy. And currently, right now, a hobby of mine is wedding prep. I am getting married in September, and there's a lot of stuff that goes with it. So any of my free time after, of course, getting a good book read and getting some exercise in has been making decorations. Something unique about me is that I was really into theater in grade school, middle school, high school, and even college. I was even on my college's improv team. And right now I teach a theater consortium credit at school, and I'm hoping to also take my praxis to get my theater and speech certification this summer. A meaningful relationship that I had in school was with an English professor that I had in college. His name was Dr. Brian Dietrich at Newman University. He was actually my English advisor when I decided to switch over to English major as well. He was really helpful in giving feedback on assignments that he would give. We would have huge 20-page papers due at the end of each semester. And throughout the course of the semester, we could work on these papers. So he would always open up time for you to come in, discuss things you needed to discuss on it, see if you were citing things correctly. He was also very helpful in getting resources for you to use on these papers. He kind of opened up my eyes to literature in itself, just the different kinds of literature that are out there. Growing up thinking it was just stories that we read in school were the only kinds of literature that were taught, but we have British literature, American literature, older and newer times, modern literature. I even took a class of his that was about graphic novels, so it was called Comics and Literature, so it showed me that, yes, graphic novels are a type of literature that are credible. So I've kind of taken this mentality to my own teaching. Even though I have 6th graders, I can still show them that there's a variety of different stories, books, poetry out there that you can read. You just got to find the one that's right for you. An engaging lesson that I recall was during my junior year of high school in my English class. We had to create these portfolios in a binder that we updated during this unit with personal artifacts that we had that described ourselves, that showed our accomplishments. We created resumes together, so we learned how to create a resume, how to perfect one, what it should look like, what things you should include. We applied for jobs in this class, so we actually did apply for jobs that 16-year-olds could have that were in the paper, but we also applied for fake jobs in which we had professionals come in and we did mock interviews during class in front of the whole class, so everybody was watching us interview, making sure that we were saying the appropriate things. This lesson was engaging because it was something that I could actually apply to the real world. It was meaningful for my life at the time because I was currently job hunting for a part-time job. So it kind of showed what things I should include in resumes, things to look for when applying, things to do during an interview. And it opened my eyes to learning that was extending beyond my classroom setting. So it showed me that, yes, things that we do in class really do have a purpose outside of the classroom. This really impacted my learning by making me realize that what we do in class does have that relevance to our real-world situations. 3 specific goals that I have for this course after reviewing the Moodle shell and looking at the course syllabus, seeing what kind of activities we're going to be completing. I really want to understand the role of a curriculum leader. I do know that with the degree that I am receiving with my master's in curriculum and instruction, that curriculum leader is something that I could potentially apply for in the future as a job, but don't really know exactly what they do. So seeing that we have the assignment of creating interview questions and getting to actually interview the curriculum leader is something that is piquing my interest a little bit. So I really want to be able to understand that role of that curriculum leader. Another goal that I'd like to have is creating meaningful assignments using standards. With our district next year, we are moving into standards referenced grading. Not that I don't teach and work with the standards in my assignments, but it really does show me that there's a lot of assignments that I do have in my class that I kind of just give to the students, to give them something to do and to give them some practice, but it's not really aligning with those targets of the standards that they're trying to aim and reach for. So I really hope with this class that I learn to develop meaningful assignments that are aligned to my language arts standards. And finally, another goal I have is to evaluate and improve my school's improvement plan. We hear all about our district's improvement plan. Every semester they send out how we are reaching that improvement plan, but I'm not really sure what my school's improvement plan is. We worked on our magnet theme this year, identifying what our school is about, but it wasn't necessarily aligned with an improvement plan. How are we going to improve our school's classwork? How are we going to improve our state assessment scores? How are we going to improve our school's population? Just things like that are intriguing to me that I would like to know more about my school by evaluating this school improvement plan as our final project. Thank you for listening and for watching this presentation. I'm looking forward to finishing up this last class with you guys for me, and it's gearing me up to finish up that portfolio in the summertime.